Washington High School, glad to have all of you here this evening. Take a note that we have full auditorium. We have a girls basketball game going on over there, so I know most of you want to get there, but I'm glad you made it here tonight. And we're here tonight to welcome a new member to our Massillon family. First of all, I'd like to make some acknowledgments here this evening. We have with us Board President Gary Miller, Vice President Ron Cribbage, former President Mary Struble. I think in the back of the room we have member Mike Slater. Over here somewhere we have Liz Hersher. We're glad everybody could make it out this evening. To kind of give you an idea of what the plan is I'm going to start off here. I thought Coach Owens might be here. I don't think he made it. But we're going to introduce some people tonight and let you have a chance to, we're going to do a question and answer period. But in and out, we're going to have to take about 45 minutes because I know that Coach Moore and his wife both need to get back to work tomorrow in Cincinnati. So they worked today, they drove up here, they need to get in the car and drive back yet this evening. So we're going to kind of respect that. So if you're having a conversation with Coach Moore about 8:45, we'll probably just grab him and push him out the back door because he has a drive ahead of him this evening. So we kind of want to respect that. So if you have a chance to talk with him, kind of make it brief or whatever, but we would kind of respect that. This process, it's been going on for a while. And I can tell you that in my years of doing things in education, which is 36, this is probably the most difficult thing that we've done. But I think the reason for that is that as you see here tonight, we have a packed auditorium, and because people want to know who the next football coach is at Massillon. And so we came to the end, and I can certainly say that through that time period, kind of had a plan A, and you always have to have a plan B, but we want to stick to our plan A. So, I mean, that's kind of how that worked out, and we're certainly glad that it worked out the way that it did. So at this time, I'm going to turn the podium over to somebody I recently met, and I am certain that this person can handle this microphone. Becca?
When I was told that I was going to be asked to introduce your next head coach, I got a little nervous, and I thought, why would they ask me to introduce your next head coach? So I picked up the phone and called, as many of you may know him as T-Rod. I call him Coach Terrence. He's from Massillon. And I said, Terrence, what am I going to say? And he said, Becca, nobody knows Coach Moore better than you. And I said, well, maybe his mom. But I do know him pretty well. This year will be our 10 years being married to the game, is what I like to call it. And let me tell you what you're going to get with Coach Moore. You are going to get no nonsense. There's no nonsense. So you better come ready. He expects a lot. Just between us, he expects a lot. But he expects a lot from his players. So you better be ready for off the field too. So even when you're on the field, you better be thinking, man, I got a test, and I better get studying for it because Coach Moore, Coach Cups, and Coach Terrence, they're going to be on me. So academics are really important in our household, and he will definitely bring that here to Massillon and on the field. He spends hours and hours and time combing over film. So you're going to get dedication. He's dedicated to you. He's dedicated to building your character. He's constantly saying, Becca, you got to shake it off, and you got to put your party dress on. For you guys, he'll say your cleats, I hope. And you'll keep going. He's going to bring a new enthusiasm. I'll tell you what, every day, when sometimes he just gets up and he's like, this is it, today. Today's the day. We're going to get on that field, and we're going to do something amazing. Every day is different with him. No one day that we've been married has been the same. You guys are getting a gem. I can't imagine what you're going to walk away with after your high school career. Whether you win, lose, or not, he's going to mold you into bright, young leaders of tomorrow. And I know that he changes me every day. I'm proud and honored to introduce to you Coach Nathaniel Moore.
What a fabulous introduction. Thank you for that. First of all, thank you to my wife and my kids for coming here with me. She's right, we've been married for 10 years and it's been a journey, and right now our journey is taking us to Massillon, Ohio. We are proud to be here. I want to thank my mom for coming up with us and supporting us in this, and Coach Ronnie, Coach Cups, also here with us today. I want to thank you for your support. First off, I'm honored and humbled to be here today as a head football coach at Massillon, Washington High School. A school steeped in tradition, the winningest high school football program in the state of Ohio, and the home to such legendary coaches as Paul Brown and Chuck Mather, Earl Bruce, Bob Cummings, and my new friend Lee Owens. Caring and furthering the great traditions of this program is a job that I take very seriously. I'm looking forward to getting to know this community and the people that make this city so special. My staff and I will work hard to develop relationships with both the youth of the community, who are the future of our program, and the alumni who hold the keys to the past. As head football coach, my objective is to make the Massillon community proud of its football program. I want to develop players and teams that win not only on the field, but in the community, in the classroom, and in life. It is also my goal to assemble the best coaching staff in the state of Ohio, and our goal to compete for and win both regional and state football titles. With that, I'll take any questions.
First question, Coach. What are the academic expectations of your players?
We expect our players to put forth their best foot in every walk of life, whether it's a football field, a classroom, out in the community. We expect excellence in everything they do, including the classroom.
What is your philosophy to instill enthusiasm and discipline within your players?
Discipline, it comes from accountability. You have to set high expectations. You have to be able to communicate expectations clearly to your players. And in order to do that, you need a great coaching staff. It takes more than one person. You need a great coaching staff. I was honored and privileged to have what I think was the best coaching staff in the state of Ohio this past year. A staff that worked hard to set those expectations, to make sure those expectations are enforced throughout the program, every player, every day. And like I said, and we're going to work hard here to hire the best coaching staff in the state of Ohio and put forth our program here, setting high expectations, demanding results, and holding everybody accountable.
How will your players define individual success as well as team?
I think individual success, it's really depending on the individual player. Success for one player may be different than success for another player. I think if you're coming to work every day and you're working your tail off and you're doing everything you can to support the team, you're putting the needs of the team ahead of your own, that's success. And when we have 75, 80 young men doing all that at the same time, that's success as a team. I firmly believe that when you do those things right day in and day out, the wins come, they take care of themselves.
How do you feel about football players participating in other sports, such as wrestling?
I've always encouraged participation in multiple sports. I think there's a lot to be gained from that. You're competing. year-round. Maybe if you're a two-sport guy, you're competing, through the winter, through the spring, instead of just the fall. When we do our agility training, that's the same thing they're getting when they're in basketball practice. The toughness that we want to try to instill in our off-season workouts, that is wrestling practice. So I think there's great things to be gained from participating in multiple sports. I've always encouraged that.
What are your thoughts about the off-season, and how will you start the program on your first day here?
Well, our off-season is probably our most important part of what we do. I think teams are born and molded in the weight room. We have to work hard in the weight room, and we design our off-season program to be as hard as we possibly can make it. As hard as we possibly can make it. It's not strange to have multiple trash cans out on the field during agility training. During the 110s, for when guys need to get sick. That's part of it. That's part of the training. And it has to be really, really hard. It has to be very, very difficult. For these guys right here, that's what you can expect. It's going to be a hard session. Our off-season is going to be very, very difficult. But when you walk out of it, on August 1st, when we start hitting the field, you'll be ready.
Based on your last response, how do you feel about 3-a-day workouts at training camp to whip these Tigers into championship shape?
3 practices?
Correct.
I'll tell you, we won't be doing that. The way our 2-a-day sessions will work is every other day we'll have 2 practices, but usually one practice will be more of a mental practice. Every other day we'll have an extended film session. We film everything in practice. I believe film is the greatest teacher that we have. One of the great things about football is that it's very evaluation friendly. So it's easy for us as coaches to put on the film and then get back to the players what they're doing right and wrong. So we will have, we'll be going to work every day for a long time, but there won't be 3 practices on the field, no.
What can the Tiger Nation look forward to on the season opener?
Well, I think you can look forward to a team that is going to be molded to put each other above themselves. And that's really the hallmark of everything that they do. We have this theory on our staff that we need the guys to play for each other, and not just on a surface level, but to really play for each other, in a deep and meaningful way. And that can happen unless they care about each other, and they can't care about each other until they know about each other. So that's part of our off-season training as well. So as a coaching staff, coach to player, we're going to spend some time just getting to know each other. But as players, it's important that we know each other very well and we care about each other. I think, when you see, a player on a dead sprint on the angle, making up angle, and to make the tackle on a guy that he doesn't have any business chasing down, that's not because of any individual drive. That's because he doesn't want to let his teammates down. And that's the type of level of caring and accountability that we strive to produce during our off-season.
Congratulations on winning a state title. What will it take for the Massillon Tiger football team to prepare for a similar opportunity?
A lot of hard work. A lot of hard work. But here's the good news, and I truly believe this is, when I reflect on this past season, and the things that led to winning a state title, none of those things included winning a state title last year. That wasn't part of it. It's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of dedication. It's a lot of effort, both physically and emotionally. We're going to ask you guys to care about each other in a way that you may not think is possible right now. But that's what it takes.
How can the Booster Club best support your football program?
Things like this. Showing out to events and showing the players how important it is here through your actions, through your attendance at events. I think that's the greatest gift that anybody can give to these guys is just showing them how much you care about them, how much you support them. I think a team thrives off that. Teams thrive off the energy from their fans and from their booster clubs. I think that's very, very important.
The Massillon Tiger football team has a storied past. What will the new chapter of this program look like in April?
In April? Well, hopefully, yeah. I mean, we're going to spend our off season trying to make these guys as strong as they can possibly be, trying to make these guys as tough as they can possibly be, trying to build the team concept, okay? Like, I keep going back to these things, but that's what it is. I think a lot of people overcomplicate the game of football. It's not that complicated. It's not that complicated. You work hard, you come to work every day, you believe in your teammates, you play for each other, you're going to be successful. So hopefully in April we're a little closer to that.
What are your thoughts, Coach, as the season proceeds and the team faces adversity? What's your expectation for your team and how they will respond?
Sure. I think great teams look forward to adversity. Great teams look forward to that. We tell our guys all the time that adverse situation, adversity, that's our chance to show how good we really are, right? Anybody can do it when things are going well. When you're 3-0, yeah, it's easy to put in those 3 lifts during the week. It's easy. It's a lot tougher after a tough loss. It's a lot tougher after you just got ripped in a film session by Coach Cups. That can get tough, okay? But we look forward to adversity. That's our chance to show how good we really are.
What are your thoughts on assisting our student athletes with expectations at the next level and possibly some college experience?
I think the way we run things as a program prepares these guys for everything they're gonna face or see at the next level. We run a very up-tempo practice. I like to think that we are very, very organized in what we do. If you're doing everything that we're asking you to do, if you're fulfilling your expectations, there's going to be opportunities and you're going to be ready.
Players are seated directly in front of you. Anything that hasn't been asked here this evening that you would like them to know?
I'm just looking forward to getting to know you guys, to doing a little team bonding, to getting in the weight room, getting that first test in, banging some weights around, because that's when it really happens. It really happens when we got 75 guys in the weight room tearing it up. And I love that. I love the off season. So, for me personally, I can't wait to get in there with you guys, get to know everybody a little bit, and get to work on the 2015 season.
Any predictions for this weekend in the Super Bowl?
It's a great question. I think I'm going to take the Patriots. The Seahawks they're a very talented football team, but I like the focus of the Patriots. I think they're going to be ready. Here's my prediction.
Please welcome Mr. Goodright back to the podium.
Thank you.
I have a question for our coach. So, can we expect to be playing with deflated balls next year? Okay, good. Good answer. It's here somewhere. So, I'm glad you came out this evening. We're going to cut that a little bit short so you have a chance that you can meet the players and the rest of you, so we can be out of here in good time. But Massillon is a very special place. We have things that others don't. Not everybody has Paul Brown Tiger Stadium. Not everybody has a booster club like we have and that kind of support. Not everybody has the David Indoor facility that we have. I mean, those are special things. But most of all, what I can tell you is not everybody has the fans that Massillon has. So give yourself a round of applause. football players the first chance to come down here and meet Coach Moore and his family at 8:45. Bubba, you got to make sure you whisk our coach out the door. And then, by the way, guys, when Coach Moore starts, when he gets released in his current work, he'll be your dean of students. So he'll be doing discipline and that kind of stuff too. So just want to let you know that. So, right, Coach and Mom and the kids, you can come up here, Terrence, and then team, you can come meet your coach, get coach again, and the rest of you, if you want to run around, get in line, maybe over here, have a chance.